there, all you cool cats and kittens. This week we're going to start on our production response, our second production response, and we're going to the theater. This is Gingy. Gingy is now 6 weeks old, and she is huge, and she no longer feeds on a bottle, and she has the 6-week scampers, don't you, Gingy? You say hi to the nice people? Yeah, and Gingy is a foster kitten, so she will be available to adopt within about 6 weeks. So, back to our assignment. We're going to watch Present Laughter, Noel Coward's Present Laughter, as presented by PBS. So I've presented you with a link so that you can go and you can view that online. And you've got some guidelines for a response paper. We're going to work on that today, Thursday, April the 9th, through to next Wednesday. Next Thursday, April 16th, we'll have a little discussion via our discussion board about favorite moments and things you really enjoyed, things you had questions about even. Couple of terms that I want to introduce into our vocabulary. The first is I want to go back to us talking about imaginary circumstances, living truthfully in imaginary circumstances, and how we as actors respond to those circumstances. That ties into our work in observation. So, into another term that I'm going to introduce to you, which is indicating. And indicating is really where we are showing somebody or showing our audience what is happening, showing an emotion or showing that our character is going through something without really recreating that imagination through our observations and living there truthfully and allowing those circumstances to affect our character. Great. So, for instance, I can indicate to you that it's cold. Ooh, it's cold. Ooh, that's indicating that it's cold, right? The alternative to that, the way to live truthfully to that, right, might be that I can recreate, can reimagine what it is to be truly cold. And so I want to be really specific about that. Like, I'm sitting at the table and somebody's got the window open and there's just a little breeze coming in and it starts to get to me a little bit. And so I bundle up a little bit and I try to focus on what I'm doing. But it's really hard for me to focus. Given that I'm trying to stay warm. Another way to think about this living truthfully, and another term that I'm going to ask you to use and you're going to observe in this video, is endowing. So this is also living truthfully in an imaginary circumstance, right? This is a glass of clear liquid. I'm going to endow this as though it were I'm expecting it to be water, and in fact it's a sip of some sort of strong liquor. And so I take my thing. And I imagine I put myself in that circumstance of what this liquid could be. Right? Another way to think about this, I'm going to endow this now. It's my first drink. I've been dying of thirst. I've been out running for 3 hours and I've never run before in my life. And my sister's dragged me out on that. And then I come in and she's giving me a glass of water and it's... Right? So those imaginary circumstances, we make those real in our mind. We make those real in our body. And then we let those come through and out into the performance. So you're going to see some of that in this production, I hope. And I'm asking you to take note of that. I think it's also a fun comedy, a fun farce, and maybe something that will bring us all a little bit of laughter this week. Guidelines for the assignment are available in the little tab over to the side that's going to say response, actor's response, present laughter, and it's going to give you the date. And all the due dates are there too. I will be available to talk with you today during class time, Tuesday during class time. If you would like to get a pre-grade, if you'd like to submit your paper and have me take a look at it and offer you some feedback, some ideas for how you might improve that, go ahead and have that submitted by class time on Tuesday, and then I will grade that for you, and I'll talk with you via telephone or Zoom or FaceTime or some way that I can give you quick feedback so you can improve it to submit it on Thursday. Everybody else, if you're not getting a pre-grade, you're going to submit that on Wednesday night, and then we'll comment on our discussion board about favorite moments and things that we observed. Great. Have a fantastic day, have a fantastic weekend, and happy viewing.